Give me 1 second. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael, and I'll be your host from DiGiCOR. Welcome to today's DiGiCOR webinar featuring ADLINK and private 5G multi-access edge computing. So I'll go to the next slide. So this webinar will be on demand with a recorded version available afterwards. We also have a poll which you can vote for our next webinar. Make sure you fill that in before the end of this webinar. And also, we'd love to hear from you. There'll be a Q&A session at the end of this webinar. Submit us your question on Zoom by clicking on the Q&A button below. And if you face any issues during the webinar, you can use the Zoom chat box below. All right, so for those of you just joining now, welcome. This will be a webinar with ADLINK and I'm talking about private 5G and edge computing. So about DiGiCOR. DiGiCOR has been founded for 24 years within Australia and New Zealand, with our main focus being on workstations, servers, and many solutions with the latest trends in IT. So we've partnered with many of the world's IT industry leaders, such as ADLINK, for example. And why many people choose DiGiCOR? For example, we're very affordable, so we have competitive pricing. We offer custom-built and tailored solutions to each and every business, as well as others such as we have a team of experts with Australia and New Zealand support. Just a few examples why people choose us. So we focus on a broad amount of markets within Australia and New Zealand, such as edge and fog computing, compute infrastructure, software-defined storage, and many more. This is because we want to provide a solution to any and every business use case. So this is just a few examples of the markets that we play a role in. And moving on, our partnership with ADLINK started a few years ago, where we wanted to provide IoT and edge computing hardware locally within Australia and New Zealand. We wanted to assist our clients in these use cases related to edge and fog computing, I&O automation, software-defined networking, and even video surveillance as a service. For more information about DiGiCOR and ADLINK, you can visit our ADLINK partner page. So moving on to the presenter that we have today, I'd like to introduce Nathan Lin, Product Manager from ADLINK Network and Communication Business Segment. So he has around 10 years of experience in communications and 5 years in the IoT industry. So we'll be speaking more about ADLINK and the engagement of AI and IoT through private 5G and edge computing. I'll now pass it on to Nathan to present. Thank you. All right, Nathan, you can share your screen.
Okay, thank you, Michael. And let me share mine.
Yep.
Okay, can you see my screen? Hello?
No.
No? Okay, sorry. Just a minute. Okay.
Okay, yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Nathan Lin from ADLINK. I am the product manager of MEC Servers product line. And today, my topic for today is 5G MEC, the catalyst to enable AI and IoT for the real world. And my presentation will fall into the following 4 parts. 1, about ADLINK. 2, 5G MEC, now and future. 3, ADLINK Edge Servers. 4, success stories. Okay. First of all, ADLINK was founded in 1995. And we have been devoted to a lot of industries such as smart factory, transportation, networking, etc. And in the past 25 years, okay, we are working for a lot of major segments. And entering the 21st century, ADLINK has set up its vision to lead the world's edge computing. Okay. ADLINK has a lot of strong strategic partners such as Intel, NVIDIA, AUO, and as a professional hardware solution provider, we warmly embrace open source standard. Okay. Here you can take a look at the vertical markets where you can find us. For example, the healthcare, in transportation, in home defense, in manufacturing, infotainment, and last but not least, network. Okay. Let's come to the second part. If we take a look at the market trend of 5G edge computing, the data is very promising. The global edge computing market has been grown from 2.8 billion in 2019 to 9 billion by the end of 2024 at a CAGR of 26.5%. And to be frank, this number is already a little bit old. And if we can find the latest number, I think it will be much more promising. And the hardware segment is to hold the largest market size of the forecast. In a word, the world is looking forward to a profound change brought by the breakthrough of 5G and IoT technology. In 5G era, people need faster network speed for videos and games. We need massive connection among our household appliances for smart control. We also want to put our cars into the digital world, which seems to be the last missing piece in the picture for autonomous driving. All these are 5G is promising us, including enhanced capacity and massive connection and ultra low latency telecommunication. And this slide is another way of expression how 5G network can change our daily life. What can it bring us? Okay, back to technology. Here I'd like to say something about the transformation between 4G to 5G, from 4G to 5G network architecture. Okay, in 5G, since more and more data are collected and processed on the very edge of the network, which is close to the antennas, even to the end users. So the traditional BBU server in 4G network is divided into CU server and plus DU server, which is located very near the end of the network. And this is exactly where our MEC servers can fit to be a CU and DU server. Okay, this slide is just another expression about the common things and the differences between 4G and 5G network. Okay, the following 3 slides are some general ideas about the 5G network architecture. I'm not going to. Okay, I had some interruption. Sorry, let me fix this. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. I am not going into too much details about this. Please take a brief look. And if you have any questions about the 5G network, please interrupt me. Okay, here comes to the most important part, the third part about ADLINK's MEC servers. Okay, I'd like to first, I'd like you to take a look at the brief outlook of our product. This is a 2U unit as an example, and it is designed as a standard 19-inch rack mount cabinet, and it provides 2 4-8 4-length PCIe interfaces, by which we can connect to a lot of expansions like GPU cards, like I/O adapters, like network FPGA, accelerators, and QAT adapters. Okay, here I listed some of the key features of our products for your reference. First of all, from design point, our products are designed with a very small form factor. Okay, you can see no matter our 1U unit or 2U unit have both a very short depth, which is 420 millimeters. And the operating temperature is wider from -5 to 55 degrees centigrade. Okay, and we have enough redundant design for power supplies, for fans, for stability. Okay, and our EMC grade is Class B. Okay, the reasons behind all these designs is that we believe that in 5G network, some of our servers has to be carried to and mounted in remote areas, in harsh environments, sometimes with less air conditioner. Okay, and from the performance point, the 1U unit is powered by one Intel Xeon D processor, and the 2U unit is powered by 2 Intel Xeon scalable processors. And as I mentioned a lot of times, both our products can support 2 4-8 4-length PCIe cards with PCIe 3.0 standard and by 16 digit. with such kind of interfaces, our product is ready to do a lot of heterogeneous computing. Okay, here we can take a look at the detailed features of our products. Okay, I'm not going into too much details. Okay, again, if you have any questions, you can ask me later. Okay, and since our design of the motherboard is in a regular form factor, so it's very easy. Our product is very flexible to for transformation, just with some change of the mechanicals to fit in a lot of different applications in different places. So you can see on the right, we have two variants, which uses the same motherboard, but in different scenarios. Okay, here is another important thing. Okay, let's take a look at our Edge Servers roadmap. Okay, first for the 2U unit. Now, the 2U unit MEC 7210 has already had its next generation, 7211. Okay, and this generation, we will support 5 PCIe slots, 4 height, 4 length, and 1 half height half length. Okay, this is 3 more interfaces than its elder brother. Okay. Second, our 1U unit, MEC 6110, has already had its variant, 6111. Okay. The only difference of this variant is that the power is front accessible. Okay, that means all the interfaces are front accessible. It's easy to deploy and maintain in some special cases. And in the end of this year, we are planning to have its next generation, which will be powered by Intel next generation Exon D processor, Ice Lake D. Okay, and this will have a very lower cost and provide a lower power consumption. Okay, here we can take a look at the ecosystem of our product. Okay, as a hardware supplier, we have chipset partners, okay, and hardware partners. And in the second level, we have software partners for 5G layer 1 and layer 2 software part, okay. And in the third layer, we can find the software partners for application level. Okay, here is the target customers where we can find and in which we have already found a lot of opportunities. And this is mainly for the 5G public network. And for 5G private network, we have a lot of more opportunities to explore. Okay, here I'd introduce you a solution-ready platform. Okay, this is a platform built by ADLINK and its software partner SageRAN, okay, who provides the 5G protocol stack. And this is actually a demo kit designed in a suitcase-like cabinet. And in this suitcase, you can find all the necessary network elements. For example, 5G core network server, 5G BBU server, and application server. And when this cabinet is wired, is cabled to the RU and antennas, this creates the tiniest 5G network for demonstration use. Okay. Okay, here we comes to the last part, success story. Okay, at first I'd like you to take a look at this how to say application that we have already deployed in the 5G Open RAN network application. This slide shows the connection access capability of our server. You can have some idea. Okay. One of our BBU server, one of our server as the DU server is able to connect to up to 32 AAUs, which can cover 4 cells. That is 1,600 terminals in all, in total. Okay. Regarding the 5G private network, we are also providing some solutions. Okay. The first way is to bridge our MEC server between the core network and the AAU. And with the help of a gateway, we can provide a real-time, low latency communication among the smart terminals in the factory. Okay. And of course, this is an example in smart manufacturing use. Okay. But this kind of private network solution has to win the some license from the operators for the 5G private frequency band. Okay. And for some small factories, we can also provide some simplified LAN solution. Okay. For example, if you use our MEC server, okay, with the right GPU card, and together with the gateway, we can quickly to build up a LAN network to provide efficient communication among these smart terminals. For example, robot arm, AGV, motion control, AI inspection, vision control. Okay. Okay. Here we can take a look at the first use case for private network. This is a use case in Zhengzhou city in China mainland. Okay. From this deployment, you can see that our server is connected to 5 radios. Okay, 4 inside and 1 outside. Okay, and this is just the first floor of the 4 floors of the entire industrial park. And this picture shows how the entire network is deployed in all of the 4 floors. Okay, in a vertical way. You can see our server is able to provide connections with expansion units, okay, up to at least 26 nodes, 26 radios to cover the areas of the entire industrial park. Okay. Another example use case is in France in TV satellite broadcasting service. Okay. Our customer used our 2U unit in broadcasting with NVIDIA GPU cards. By the way, our product is not only designed to work indoors, but also in vehicles and railways. The third use case I'd introduce is in healthcare industry. Okay. Our partner used our 1U unit together with their own designed FPGA accelerator to do DNA sequencing. Okay. There are some other use cases, of course. For example, Foxconn has put our server into a cabinet for AGVs. Okay, and if we use the right GPU card, we can also provide services in VR and AR for VR and AR industry. Okay, since our vision is to lead the world's edge computing, I believe that in near future, you can find ADLINK everywhere in 5G network in this 5G new era. Okay, and by the way, we have already received around 1,000 pieces order in the first quarter of our servers, and I believe there will be more in this year of 2021. Okay. So this is the end of my presentation. I'd like to hand it over back to Michael. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for your presentation, Nathan. All right, let me share my screen. So before we go into the Q&A, I'd like to remind everyone that the webinar will be on demand and will be emailed to you after it is uploaded. Okay, so I've been messaged a few questions, and also feel free to send through your questions now and I'll go through them. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, so I have a question. Well, we have a question. So Nathan, what's the differences between MEC servers and general purpose servers?
Okay. My answer is that, for general purpose servers, they are working in IT, infrastructures, okay? And usually they have a large form factor and with less, operating temperature range, okay? And the most important thing is that in 5G network, okay, our servers are designed with a lot of necessary elements that general purpose servers don't have. For example, the function of 1588 version 2 clock synchronization standard, the support of this, okay, such things, which is a mandatory in telecommunication, but maybe not that important in the IT use for general purpose servers. Okay, so this feature is very important, and also as I mentioned, with the smaller form factor, the servers are easy to be deployed in remote areas in 5G network. Okay, this is what general purpose servers cannot do. Okay.
Yep. Also, following that, what are the main markets that have been deployed 5G MEC now?
Okay, as I said, we have already won 1,000, around 1,000 orders, pieces order. Okay, this happens at this moment in China mainland, but I believe there will be more since this is just the first queue in this year. So I believe there will be more from all over the world. Okay, more cases.
Yep. All right, another question that we've been sent is, do you have any AMD-based solutions for high-performance computing?
AMD-based solutions? No, at this moment, we don't have. We have Intel-based solutions, and we evaluated the difference between Intel's and AMD's, and even with ARM's platform. And our conclusion is that from performance, no matter from performance or the cost point, the other two platforms don't have too much advantages over Intel's. So at this moment, we are focusing on Intel's platform. But in the future, we are also, have an eye on the other two platforms. Okay.
Yep. Okay. In addition, what are the unique advantages offered by the MEC series?
I said that we have a lot of features that apply to the OTI's standard, the ORAN standard, which others cannot do. For this point, I can share you another screen. Just a minute.
Okay.
Sorry, let me see. Prepare this here. Okay, can you see this screen?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, this is a brief comparison among our competitors. Okay, regarding the unique features, I can tell that we have compared more than these 5 solutions on the market, and of course, as the first players in this field, we have the most comprehensive strengths. Okay, no matter from the form factor point and from the performance point, and from the operating temperature and from the power part, you can see a lot of competitors products has support can support only AC power supply, and some of them can support only DC power supply, but we can support both. Okay, and some of our competitors' solution can work only under normal temperature. Okay, but we can work under a wider temperature, which is defined by the 5G standard. Okay, and we support, most important, we support, as I said, IEEE 1588 clock synchronization standard, okay, protocols. but most of the competitors' solutions on the market cannot support this. Okay, all these are the unique features that we have over the other solutions. Okay.
Yep. Okay, thank you for that. Another question that was sent through. You have specified application layer software vendor partnership. What level of services software vendor will offer to end user along with ADLINK? Will
okay. Yeah, please.
Will the customization of their software suit specific projects?
Yes, for sure. Now we have Sadran and Shannon, which is two main software layer 2 and layer 1 and layer 2 software partners. So we can provide a total solution, not only the hardware, but also together with the software part. And as an alliance, together, we are ready to, to meet different requirements from not only hardware point, but also software point for our potential customers all over the world. Okay.
Okay. And just one last question that I'll ask.
Yeah.
What commercial opportunities will MEC Edge server bring?
Okay, first of all, our server can provide the lowest OPEX and TCO. Okay, this is the reason that we build this product, especially for the operators, for the telecommunication service industry. Okay, and for the private network, we can provide a lot of important values. For example, the PCIe slots that we can provide for different heterogeneous computing use is we have the largest capability of this kind of expansion. For example, in our MEC 72 and 11, we will have 5 PCIe slots for this kind of use, for different kind of uses. Okay, so I think this is already a very key point to serve our new opportunities. Okay, and if the customer need lower cost, lower performance, we have our 1U unit, which is 61 and 20. Okay, for such kind of applications. Okay.
Yep.
What I mean is that our portfolio is very enough to cover all kind of applications.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nathan, for speaking at our DiGiCOR and ADLINK event. And thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
To everyone that attended, as well as those who will be watching this later on. And yep.